Now on WKYT Midmorning, the latest on a deadly shooting in Harrison County where police say a homeowner shot an intruder.
We're learning some new details about the young man killed in an overnight crash in Lexington.
And we're kind of in between two systems as of right now, so not really a big chance of rain, but that changes in the days to come. Not just rain, a little snow maybe for Christmas. We'll have all of that coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT Mid-Morning.
Well, good morning to you. The time is 10 o'clock and we welcome you in here on Monday, December 22nd. Mid-morning underway. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Welcome in. We'll have a situation on some breaking news right now happening now. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray is preparing to address the media.
He is expected to name a replacement for Lexington Police Chief Ronnie Baston, who is resigning to become the city's new public safety commissioner. We're seeing the room right now as they are setting up and the mayor is about to enter. We're monitoring that news conference. We'll let you know what comes of it and who the new chief will be here, hopefully in the next few minutes. It's the first full day of winter.
And we are tracking the potential for a few snowflakes just in time for Christmas.
Let's check in with Micah with that. Good morning.
Yeah, it looks like that way as we head toward your Wednesday, Thursday time frame. That's when we have that chance at a few flakes. Now, before then, we take a bit of a break. We're kind of in between two systems right now, so it's kind of that void spot that we just don't see much going on. However, temperatures are really rising quickly. We're at 48 there in London, almost 50 degrees. And as we head toward the afternoon, I think we'll be right there in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Lower 50s down south, elsewhere there in the upper 40s with that small rain chance. Focus of the forecast, though, is that white Christmas. Are we going to be seeing it? Well, I'll show you the latest weather data. It's just come in, and I'll show you what it shows coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you very much. And leading our news right now, we're tracking a crime alert this morning in Harrison County. State police there say a homeowner shot and killed an intruder.
Police there were two intruders, that one of them died at the hospital. The shooting happened overnight at a home on Monroe Lane, south of Cynthiana. WKYT's Hillary Thornton just talked to the homeowner who pulled the trigger.
The homeowner here on Monroe Lane says this all happened in less than a minute after he says two men wearing masks kicked in his front door. Bill Jolly says he had just gotten home a little after midnight when the two men made their way inside. He says they then came right at him, which is when he forced his way to the bedroom for his gun.
It was either them or me, and I wanted to make sure that I got to wake up tomorrow. I didn't wake up this morning meaning to shoot anybody. I woke up and did my thing and was with my friends and came home. I didn't ask for any of this. I don't know what the motive was or what the reward they thought was going to be, but I'm sure it certainly didn't turn out the way they wanted it.
Now the home invasion and shooting is under investigation by Kentucky State Police. In Harrison County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
The homeowner told us that he does not know the two men who broke into his home. He doesn't know who they are, he says. He also says someone tried to break in 2 weeks ago. Well, we're learning more this morning about the victim in a deadly overnight crash. Police found the victim off Georgetown Road near the Scott County line just before 3 this morning. Police think he actually crashed hours earlier. WKYT's Mark Barber says the coroner has now identified the victim.
The Fayette County coroner says the 22-year-old driver, Dustin Keith Smith, was killed here at the Fayette-Scott County line after his car ran off the road and crashed through the fence here behind me. Investigators say Smith was driving a white Chevy four-door north on Georgetown Road this morning when he crossed over the median and oncoming traffic. The owner of the property where Smith crashed says the 22-year-old smashed through 2 fences and a line of trees, finally coming to a stop just 3 feet from his house. Investigators say the 22-year-old was thrown from the car and died at the scene. The property owner says he heard the crash around 12:30 this morning, but when he looked out of the home, he didn't see anything. We're told police didn't know there was a deadly crash until 2:45, when someone who was passing by realized what happened and called police. Investigators called in canines and fire crews to search the area for a passenger, but no one else was found. At this time, they believe the 22-year-old was the only person in the car. The coroner says it will take some time to figure out what caused this crash. I'm told they are planning to run toxicology tests. Now, I have spoken with Smith's family, and they tell me he has a young son. They also say his death is especially difficult because we are so close to the holidays. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And new on WKYT at mid-morning, a man has pleaded guilty to causing a deadly chain reaction crash. The Richmond Register reports that Brian Mangan admitted that he drank several beers before crashing on I-75 in Madison County back in February. The crash led to the deaths of Meredith Busher of Richmond and Jeffrey Campbell of Corbin. The paper reports Mangan will be sentenced on wanton endangerment charges in February.
Lexington police have issued an arrest warrant in the city's latest murder. Police are looking for Jevon McGee, who goes by the nickname Tink. Police say he shot and killed Joseph Parker last week outside an apartment complex on Augusta Court. A Central Kentucky high school principal was arrested over the weekend in Lexington. Police arrested David Horseman yesterday. They say he was found passed out in a car parked at a Speedway gas station on Paris Pike. Horseman is the principal of Bourbon County High School. President Barack Obama says he is considering whether to put North Korea back on a list of countries that sponsor terrorism. The U.S. has linked North Korea to the cyber attack on Sony Studios.
And Sony has since pulled the release of a movie about the assassination of the country's dictator. But as Mark Albert reports, some in Congress say the president is not moving fast enough.
The sweeping cyber assault on Sony Pictures was the most devastating cyber attack ever on a U.S. business. But in an interview broadcast Sunday, President Obama said it was not an act of war.
I think it was an act of cyber vandalism that was very costly, very expensive. We take it very seriously. We will respond proportionally, as I said.
The president's administration has blamed North Korea for the hacking and is weighing how to respond. Late Sunday, North Korea warned it may attack, quote, the White House, the Pentagon, and the whole U.S. mainland, the cesspool of terrorism. Some members of Congress are criticizing President Obama, who is spending the next 2 weeks in Hawaii, for his response.
This was a nation-state attack on the United States, and saying aloha and getting on an airplane going to Hawaii is not the answer that really the world needs, let alone America.
The movie that sparked the controversy, The Interview, would have opened this Thursday. Instead, Sony pulled the film after major theater chains decided not to show it, amid threats of violence by the hackers. CEO Michael Linton defended the studio.
We have not caved, we have not given in, we have persevered, and we have not backed down.
But as of now, there are no plans for its release. Mark Albert for CBS News, Washington.
And a senior administration official has told CBS News the president's aides are putting together a package of options that may include diplomatic and economic measures. All right, it's official. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray has just named Mark Barnard as the city's new police chief. The mayor just made the announcement this morning at the government center. He is still addressing the media, as you say. This see there, this is a live picture at his press conference. Mark Barnard is the current assistant chief of the Bureau of Investigation. He is a 28-year veteran of the Lexington Division of Police. Barnard will replace Police Chief Ronnie Bastin, who is resigning at the end of the month to become the city's newest public safety commissioner. So essentially, he will remain Barnard's supervisor in that capacity. But after many, many years with the police department, Mark Barnard is the new Lexington police chief. A short hospital stay is expected for boxing legend Muhammad Ali. A spokesman for Ali says the former heavyweight boxing champion has been hospitalized with a mild case of pneumonia. The 72-year-old boxing legend is being treated by his team of doctors and is in stable condition. Ali's prognosis is good because the pneumonia was caught quite early. We have a traffic alert here at mid-morning in Lexington. Blasting for the new Circle Road widening project is impacting another road now.
State transportation crews shut down Alexandria Drive between the roundabout and Viley Road about 1 this morning. Or once this morning, I should say. It will also be shut down again at 3 o'clock this afternoon and twice again tomorrow. Blasting continues today and tomorrow on New Circle Road. Crews are widening the circle between Versailles and Leestown Road.